Everyone, please welcome our new transfer student, Masaki Kurusu. Nice to meet you. My name is Masaki. Is that enough of an introduction? I'm Masaki Kurusu, a high school junior. Due to family circumstances, I had to transfer in the middle of the school year to Yuki Academy. And that's where I've had a faithful meeting. Hi, I'm Masaki. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
This was Chikage Hikami. My first impression of her is that she was beautiful, but a bit distant. She seemed a bit plain at first, but this is a story of my second impression of Chikage. It's been a week since I transferred now. Nothing of note happened between me and Chikage, but… Yo, Masaki! Why are you always wearing a mask?
I bet it's because you're so ugly, you're afraid to show your face in public.
I've been constantly harassed by these two complete bullies with nothing better to do with their time. What were their names again? I don't even remember. Either way, they've been on my case, calling me a loser since the first day I got here. I've tried to avoid them, but I guess they must be lonely, because they always find me. Yeah, it's annoying, but a part of me can't help but wonder if they secretly like me. You guys ready to tell me how much you love me yet?
Drop dead, freak!
Guess I haven't found out whatever it is that'll make them give up yet. Ugh, they're so annoying. In order to get away from my two not-so-secret, not-so-admirers, I started sneaking up to the roof to have lunch. I never thought I'd end up all alone up here. Honestly, I was really looking forward to my life at a new school. Then, those two had to ruin all my dreams from day one. I only take off my mask now to eat and drink. Wait, huh?
What?
So sorry, I just didn't notice you got here.
Well, it's not my problem if you didn't bother to look around.
You're here the whole time? Wait, did you see what my face looked like?
No point in hiding it. I know exactly who you are, Kurusu Maki. You're a huge celebrity.
Huh? You know about me?
Of course. I recognized you from the moment you sat down on your first day here.
You knew the whole time? Yeah, ever since I was a kid, I, Masaki Kurusu, have been acting and modeling under the stage name Kurusu Maki. And somehow Chikage found out. Chikage, do you think,
Yeah, I know. I haven't told anybody yet, right?
I guess not, so…
If you're not even gonna deny that you're Kurusu Maki, then I guess I basically know your deepest, darkest secret now, huh?
Oh crap, this is bad. This is really bad. She knows everything. I'm doomed.
Look at your face. Lighten up, okay? I honestly don't care if you're a celebrity or whatever.
Oh, really? Cool.
I mean, it's not like I really have anyone to tell your secret to either.
Huh? What's that supposed to mean?
It means I don't have any friends, obviously.
I guess now that you mention it, I've never really seen you hang out with anyone. My first impression of her being distant and driving people away was right on the mark, I guess. She always puts up a wall between herself and the rest of her classmates. I heard through the grapevine that she always treated everyone the same blunt way, but… hey, don't take this the wrong way, but why don't you really hang out with other people? Surely it's gotta be sitting all alone on the roof with a sour face, right?
Shouldn't I be asking you the same thing? I don't really care about any of that stuff either way. I just want to graduate so I can get out of here.
Oh, yeah, I guess that makes sense.
How about this? I promise not to butt into your business if you promise not to ask me about mine.
Sure, I guess that works for me.
Although, maybe talking to you isn't so bad. Thanks for being cool, Masaki.
No problem. With that, she walked away, but the look on her face wouldn't leave my mind. She might have told me not to get involved with her, but to me it just seemed like she wanted nothing more than a friend she could talk to. That night, I was talking to my stepsister after I got home.
Welcome home, Masaki.
Hey, sis. This is my stepsister who works at a talent agency. She's also my manager. My parents had to move far away, so I ended up living with her.
Sorry, I haven't asked about school at all lately. Is everything going well?
Yep, everything's fine.
You remember your promise with the boss of the agency, right? Absolutely no one at the new school is to find out who you are.
Of course I remember. But Chikage doesn't count, right?
I think it's really good that you want to continue your education while working on your acting career, but you have to be careful.
I told you over and over again, didn't I? All I want is to live a normal life at school.
I guess I can understand that. When you're different from all the other kids your age, all you want is some way to relate to them.
Well, I don't regret my choices either. I just want a friend I can really vent to, you know? As far back as I can remember, I've been appearing on TV and my learning has been through tablets, tutors, and cram schools. I even lived abroad in America and France to improve my portfolio. Coming back to Japan only increased the growing distance I felt between me and everyone else. Maybe it was selfish of me to wish for a normal life. I could go to my normal school, study for normal tests, and hang out with my normal friends. That's why I'm really happy I met Chikage. She knows who I am, but she's still keeping my secret. Wait a second, she said she didn't have anyone to talk to either. Maybe we can be friends. I just don't understand why she's all alone all the time though. With her looks, she could easily be a model herself. And she smiled at me like she was happy to make a friend. But why'd she say that she just wanted to graduate so she could get out of here? There's so much about her that's still mysterious to me, but tomorrow I'll do my best to see if I can get a bit closer to her. With that, I try to think of a way that would make her want to talk to me. The next day, I try to approach Chikage, but… Hey, Chikage,
Sorry, I don't want to talk to you.
Oh, okay. I guess the direct approach is out. On to plan B. Oh, hey, fancy running into you here, huh?
This is the 5th time you've run into me today. Also, the girls are about to change in here for gym. Get out.
Oh, I can't give up yet. There's gotta be something else I can try. What can I say that'll get her to open up? In the end, I couldn't think of anything, and I was left wondering about it for the rest of the day. If I keep bothering her, she's gonna hate me. Wait, maybe she already does. I guess I shouldn't have even bothered trying to get close to her in the first place. Huh? Chikage?
Misaki?
Isn't Misaki the name of the guy you were talking about before?
Oh, yeah. He really is handsome even with that black mask on.
Huh? Chikage was talking about me with her siblings? I hope she said good things at least. You must be Chikage's siblings, huh? Nice to meet you. I'm Misaki Karusu.
Nice to meet you. Meet you?
You guys seem excited. You're not causing too much trouble for your sister, are you?
What do you think you're doing here?
It really is just a coincidence. My house is just down there.
Oh, yeah? I guess that makes us neighbors then.
Oh, you live around here too?
Sort of.
Yep, that's our house right there.
It's that apartment.
That one? The place that Chikage's siblings were pointing out was a slightly old and shabby-looking apartment complex. Right after that, Chikage panicked and practically dragged them home. The next day, she called in sick and didn't show up to school. Does anyone here know where Chikage lives? If anyone could put this in her mailbox, that would be really helpful. I do. I live close by, so I can take it to her.
Thanks, Misaki. Here.
That evening after school, I went to her building to put the homework in her mail slot when… Look, it's Misaki!
Did you come to say hi to Chikage?
Oh, hey, Chikage didn't come to school today. So my teacher asked me to deliver her homework to her. Come on then, let's go see her! I protested, but the two of them both insisted. So I ended up right on Chikage's doorstep. When they let me inside, I saw Chikage sleeping in fits and starts.
Misaki?
Hey, Chikage.
Why are you in my house? Oh God, the fever must be causing me to hallucinate.
No! I met your brother and sister outside and they let me in. I was just gonna drop off your homework and go, but they wouldn't let me leave. When I explained myself, I thought I heard her whisper a dejected, "Oh," and then let out a huge sigh.
Thanks for coming all the way over here just to give me my homework, but I didn't want you to see me like this.
Don't worry about it. Everyone gets sick sometimes, right?
That's not what I meant. I meant inside my house.
Huh? What's wrong with it? It seems clean enough to me.
You really are too nice. Most people wouldn't call an old beat-up place like this clean.
I've worked on sets that were dressed up way worse than this, trust me.
Hey, this is real life. You realize that, right?
Oh, sorry, but it really isn't a big deal.
It is to me. Both my parents work, but even with that, we're just barely scraping by.
Maybe it's because Chikage wasn't feeling well, but she was being way more honest than usual. She explained her family situation and that she'd been so busy with her own part-time job that it'd probably taken a toll on her health. She wanted to do whatever she could to help out her parents, from earning pocket change to babysitting her siblings to doing all the housework. It probably was a bit too much for one person to handle. Now I think I'm starting to understand why you never hung out with anyone. It's because you don't really have any free time, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm doing all I can just to stay afloat as it is. I didn't really expect anyone else to understand. And besides, it's not like I could spare the money to go out in the first place.
Don't say that, I'm here. And I'm honestly really impressed by everything you've been able to do. I'd love to lend an ear if you ever want to talk.
Masaki?
I mean it. And if there's ever anything I can do to help, just say the word.
I knew it. I really shouldn't have told you about all of this.
Huh?
Of course a successful person like you would say that. You don't really understand at all.
Chikage, please. I didn't mean it like that at all.
I guess you're right. I'm sorry for lashing out. But I really don't want your pity. Just having you see me like this is bad enough.
No, you're right. I'm sorry too. I can see how it sounded like I was looking down on you. Maybe you don't want to get involved in my affairs, but after hearing everything you've been through, I can't help but want to do something for you. You can go back to sleep. Don't worry about dinner. I'll handle it tonight.
I can't have you do that.
It's fine. I already promised your siblings I'd help too. I told them I'd make something yummy I learned from when I lived in France. After that, I borrowed Chikage's kitchen and began cooking. I was happy to be able to put the skills I learned from an actual French chef to use, and even happier when her family complimented me on how good it was. But Chikage herself seemed anything but elated. I guess she still didn't trust me and was waiting for my other shoe to drop. But at least I delivered on my promise for now.
I'm really sorry about earlier. I said some things I didn't mean.
It's fine, really.
Can I ask you one more thing?
What is it?
Why'd you suddenly transfer to our school?
I explained my reason to her, that I simply wanted to have a normal life like everyone else. And I mentioned how I promised to my CEO that as soon as word got out about my career, I'd be transferred again. Chikage sat and listened with a serious look on her face. I thought I heard her whisper a solemn, "I see," under her breath.
Looking for a normal life? That's kind of weird, isn't it?
Now that you mention it, I guess so.
But you've really been working hard to earn your place since you were a kid, huh?
Maybe, but so have you. Looking after 2 kids, doing all the housework, working part-time. That doesn't sound remotely easy.
I just want the best for my family. It never crossed my mind to think of it as anything other than that.
Wow, putting your family first, that's really admirable. As I said that, I wish more than anything that I could do something, anything to help her out. After I got home, I asked my stepsister for a really big favor. Sis, I have a huge favor to ask you. It's my life's wish.
That's a bold claim for a high schooler to make.
It's true, though. I know you'll probably say no, but I just have to ask you this. The next day, Chikage was feeling better and was able to come to school.
Thanks for everything yesterday, really. It was honestly kind of nice to be able to vent for once.
No problem. I'm just glad you're feeling better today. It's actually perfect, because there's something I want to talk to you about.
Huh? What is it?
Are you free next Sunday? Because my stepsister was telling me that her agency had a magazine modeling gig, and she was looking for someone who could help assist her on site on short notice. She told me I should ask around if I knew anyone, and if you're not busy.
Me?
Yep, you. She told me you could bring your siblings too, if you needed to.
Thanks. I guess that day I am off from my usual part-time job. But you're sure it's okay to bring my siblings?
Yep, don't worry about it. So you're in then. Can you meet me at 1 at Kanon Station? With that, we made plans to meet up that Sunday. That Sunday, I met Chikage and her siblings, and the 4 of us made our way to the studio.
Nice to meet you. I'm Masaki's stepsister, Takato. I'm Chikage Hikami. Nice to meet you too. Masaki told you about the assistant job, right? Uh-huh. I'm happy to do whatever I can to help. Well, that's the thing, though.
What's the matter, sis?
The model that was supposed to come today came down with something and can't make it to the shoot.
Huh? Then, do we have to cancel?
We've already booked the time and everything. The only thing we can do now is try to find someone who's available right now. Oh, I know. How about you, Chikage? Want to try your hand as a model? Huh? Me? Yep. You're a perfect fit, and we'll handle all your clothing and makeup. How about it? But I've never done anything like this before.
Well, you're gonna be a model, Chikage.
That's so cool! I want to see!
Come on, you don't want to disappoint your brother and sister, do you? Why not just give it a try?
All right, I guess I can see what I can do.
And just like that, Chikage was now suddenly a model. Wow, you're so pretty!
You're like a star! You think so? I just tried on whatever they had. Don't sell yourself short. It looks perfect on you. Let's get started then. Go ahead and introduce yourself to the photographer.
At first, Chikage was nervous and stiff, but with the photographer's help, she slowly came out of her shell and was able to produce exactly what the magazine was looking for. As for me, I couldn't turn my eyes away from her.
You're still a dummy. Is this really what you want?
Yep. I've never been more sure of anything in my life. Thanks again for everything. Sometime later, Chikage's pictures appeared in a well-known fashion magazine, and she was suddenly catapulted into stardom. Because of all the sudden requests, she decided to sign out with my stepsister's agency, and she's been inundated with gig after gig. She's even slated to appear in a commercial for a major candy corporation soon. And just as soon as the magazine came out, rumors began to fly around her school. Everyone was talking about the model at school who was passing herself off as plain and unassuming.
Everyone's so annoying in class now. This is the only place we can get some peace and quiet.
Are you sure? This could be your chance to really make some new friends.
I don't need new friends. I'm fine with just one person I can really trust.
Really? Well, if that's what you prefer.
Never mind that. I really just wanted to thank you.
For what?
That day when you introduced that first modeling gig to me, you and your stepsister planned all that out from the beginning, didn't you?
Did we? I don't know what you're talking about.
Uh-huh, sure. But you honestly changed my life, you know? Soon we'll be able to move out of that shabby apartment and into a place that'll actually fit all of our family.
I'm really happy to hear that. And your brother and sister must be so happy too.
Yeah, they're ecstatic. So that's why I just wanted to say thank you so much for the opportunity. I don't know what I could possibly do to repay you.
You really don't have to. Wait, I know!
What?
If you really want to thank me, do you think you could be my friend?
Huh? That's the one thing I can't do.
What? Why not?
I just can't, okay?
And why are you blushing so much?
I'm not blushing.
Just then, my least favorite couple appeared. We got it! The perfect scope!
Yep, this picture proves everything.
The two of them were smiling as if they just won the lottery. They've been secretly filming our conversation the entire time.
Just what do you plan to do with that picture?
What do you think? We're gonna post it all over social media, obviously.
How do you think people will react when they see that their favorite model is in a passionate relationship with the class loser? You think you're so hot, huh? Well, maybe this will knock you down a peg.
You idiots. Can't you tell we're practicing for a scene? I'm acting a major TV series soon, and I asked Chikage to help me.
Seriously, you expect us to believe that? There's no way any TV show would be casting a lame-o like you.
Guess I have no choice but to prove it then. I pulled off my mask and showed them my face for the first time. Oh, he's taking off the mask! I'm so scared. Wait, I feel like I've seen your face somewhere before.
Wait a second. Aren't you Kurusu Maki?
It took you long enough. Chikage's working with the same agency as me.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry for everything I said before. I'm such a huge fan of your work.
If you really were a fan, don't you think you would have recognized me right away?
Your disguise was just so good. You blended in so well with that mask. It's just another testament to your amazing acting skills.
Really? Because Chikage recognized me the moment she saw me, and she's barely even heard of me. But anyway, I don't think uploading that picture will have the effect you want it to. And if you try anything, you better be ready to hear from my agency. Hey, let's get out of here! Well, at least that finally got them to leave.
Misaki, what about your promise to the CEO?
Oh, that's not a big deal.
What? Why not?
I'm actually transferring tomorrow anyway.
Huh? All of a sudden?
Well, I was here for a while, but in the end, I couldn't actually make any friends. But I'm really glad I met you. Thanks for everything.
Misaki?
The truth was, this was something I couldn't tell Shikage no matter what. I had actually already discussed with my stepsister and the CEO that Shikage had seen me without my mask. I had to come clean in order to introduce the modeling job in the first place. At first, they told me that with the situation being what it was, I was fine staying at the same school. But a promise is a promise. I have to follow through with the consequences. I'm sure Shikage will be fine. She's getting steady work as a model now, and her family can finally afford to live a decent life. I just wish that she and I could actually be friends. Well, that's not true. What I really wanted was something more. The next day, I was transferred to a special school for celebrities. I'm Misaki Caruso, but you may know me by my stage name, Caruso Maki. Nice to meet you all. I wonder how Shikage's doing. I hope she's okay. We've also got one more transfer student today. Everyone, please give her a warm welcome. Huh? Another new student on the same day?
My name is Chigaki Hikami. Nice to meet you.
Huh? Why are you here?
'Cause I'm also a model, silly. I'm in the same agency as you, remember?
I know that much.
And besides, the reason I couldn't be friends with you was, well, I had to follow you here so I could tell you.
Well, you'll have to tell me later. Right now, I'm just so happy to see you. Hey, you two! You still need to finish introducing yourselves to the class. Don't get lost in your own little world. This isn't a playground, you know. Our first day at this new school had been a new start for both of us. We never got to become friends, but we ended up as a couple.